This is Charlie Kao with TravelMole. I'm here today with Nick Hentschel, who's the COO of ATI, AmericanTours International. He's coming to us from Los Angeles. Hey, Nick.
Hi, Charlie. How are you?
I read a survey last week that North American travel agents are not involved with booking the American vacationers doing their car vacations around the U.S. Main reason given is that they do it online themselves. They seem to be missing out on the opportunity to sell them something and engage with them for not only this summer's vacation, but next year's.
Completely. I mean, I think that that's part of the old way of thinking when it comes to travel domestically, that it's so easy and you can just book it through an OTA or online direct or through, what you find through a search engine, which often does not work out the way that consumers envision, right? I think with COVID, you're going to see, even with domestic travel, a lot of customers looking to experts, to travel advisors, travel agents, who are able to inform them better about what the lay of the land is and the destinations that they're looking at. And that's what we're striving to do. We update all the COVID-related information at a local, state, and federal level on a weekly basis on our agent portal to assist agents with being able to provide that information. And then I think the other piece of it is, customers think that booking a road trip online is super easy, but things often fall apart. And to have that assistance when you're dealing with a company that you found through a search on Google or through a reputable OTA is really, I think, a bit of a risk. You don't, at least in my experience and in the experience of a lot of my friends and colleagues and people I know, the service delivery when something happens is just not there. And that's why I think there's going to be a move to booking with travel agents and travel advisors, even for these kind of road trips. And I think what we've focused on, what ATI is focused on AmericanTours.com is, and through DriveAmerica, which is our platform that we've built, is the ability to build your own package. And this is the agent working with the customer to build their own road trip that can be fully customizable, that they find out about travel distances along the way. We're powered by Google Maps, which everyone is used to, but we hold on to the actual hotel inventory and the attractions or transportation product that you can then book all on one platform. And there's really no one else like that in the market right now. There's no solution like that that really delivers both the technology solution and the actual product and services that we operate. There are others out there that offer solutions, but they're sourcing through third parties. It could even be an OTA or through what are called bed banks and whatnot. That's different from our model. And so that's where I think there's a real opportunity, and that's why we're really excited to be launching this now.
So DriveAmerica is being launched now, and it's focused at travel agents as your clients, being able to easily book their clients on vacations. And these are commissionable to the travel agent.
Yeah. Yes, they're commissionable to travel agents, and it is focused to the trade. And it's really the idea, the concept behind it is that you can book these curated, these inspired road trips, these packages that we work together with the destinations themselves to design, to build, and then you can fully customize them. So you work from a week-long Bryce, Zion, and Beyond itinerary, which we are actually partnering with Zion and Bryce right now, and have built a really amazing experience, a week-long experience. You can book that experience that we put together with hotels and attractions, or you can take it and make it completely your own. And that's the concept that's different with DriveAmerica. So DriveAmerica offers the inspired itineraries, and it also offers the platform to do what you want to with those itineraries. So that's really where we are, I think, what our USP is to the industry.
How many of these pre-built, curated, popular itineraries are there, and do they that ATI offers, and is that just for U.S. or is Canada also included?
It's U.S. and Canada. We have just over 120 itineraries that we've curated working with destinations, and we're planning to add more. We're working, as I said, with Zion, Bryce, and the surrounding area. We're looking at adding some new itineraries through Travel South, but many of the itineraries that have been built have been kind of based on our expertise working over the years with the destinations. And a lot of them feature different kinds of experiences. So some are like focused on hiking and biking, for instance. Others are more focused on just the national parks that are the highlights of a given region. So it's really, there's a diverse array of product. And what's really nice about it is that it's completely easily bookable. So you can kind of walk your customers through what this inspired journey road trip is, and then book it, and we'll do the rest. Or you can decide that you want to change the hotels to exactly what you want, change the number of nights. Maybe the part between Las Vegas and Monument Valley is too long for you. If we've designed it that way, you can stop in Page, for example. You can fully customize it.
And I gather from a few things you said that currently the programs, these curated programs, are very much focused on outdoors, safety, the whole COVID thing, what the American travelers are seeking, which is, now, how long does it take to book one of these pre-built itineraries versus a moderately customized one? Maybe you can tell us and show us.
So here we're in our Drive Tours section of the AmericanTours.com platform. And basically you can search by any departure destination. So the idea is that you know where you want to leave from, or where you want to fly to and depart from. I'll go to one of our what we refer to as one of our DriveAmerica tours that starts and ends in Las Vegas and really features the highlights of the Grand Circle. So Zion, Bryce, Capitol Reef, Moab, Canyonlands, Cortez/Mesa Verde, Monument Valley, Grand Canyon, back to Las Vegas. And what you can see is it's really easily bookable. You know what your departure date is. You work with your customer to say, I want to go in early October. It is a beautiful time to see. And you can also decide whether you want to add pre or post nights. So then you would say, well, I actually have 2 adults and 2 children. And we do ask for age because it does matter in some cities like Las Vegas to know what the child age is. And then you search. So then we're conducting a search for the available tour and inventory associated with that tour. That's the actual DriveAmerica, this specific package, the Canyon Adventure package.
It's looking through for each hotel that has
exactly. It's looking for each hotel being available for that specific
you'll connect a real time with those hotels' availability.
Exactly. So either we hold it in our system or we are connected directly with the hotel chain or the hotel itself. We don't go through any third parties. So that's a really important aspect that's different from ATI versus others. We're not sourcing through other bed banks or whatnot. So here it's selected the hotels that are part of this kind of lead-in 3-star, 2-3-star category. So you see Excalibur, that's Western Ruby's Inn. They're not the most luxurious. They're kind of the standard that you want for really a value experience vacation. And you can see that the price that it's found is $988, which is pretty incredible for a 8-day trip. So what's really, I think, important about the changes that we've made to the platform, the new developments in the recent months, is the ability to customize it. So you can book this tour right now. You can add it to your cart, and everything gets confirmed, and then we follow up with a confirmation email with all of the hotel information. Or you can customize the tour and change all of the hotels that you would like to change. So if I want to customize the tour, let's just say, because I actually live in Las Vegas and I just want to go out to the national parks. So maybe I want to remove some of those Vegas nights. So now it's basically taking apart the package and allowing us to change the actual tour itself. So here you can see it's been put on a map where you can kind of see as you're changing the itinerary what you're doing and what the driving looks like. It's listed from alphabetically, so A being the starting destination, B being the second day, C being the third, and so forth and so on. One of the features that we created based on client feedback was a reverse. So if you want to just reverse the itinerary, you can click this and it will just reverse it and provide you availability in that respect. So cool. Like I said, I want to remove Las Vegas because I'm actually not wanting to stay the first night in Las Vegas. I want to just hit the road. So that did that. Actually, one other key point, we also have a mobile app that provides you all of the driving instructions as well as points of interest, information about the area that you're driving through on a day-to-day basis. And that is, once you start customizing the tour, that's not included. So you can actually take it out if you want to. Our default is to have that available and in, but you can remove it if you want to reduce the price by, we charge $49 for that service. And it is really nice to have because it gives you all the information of the places that you're seeing. And that's curated by ATI in cooperation with one of our
travel agents' clients.
Exactly. That's for the end customer. That's for them to have during their journey. And it has all of the hotel information. It has all of the driving instructions and all of the kinds of points of interest along the way. So going back here, I've actually removed Las Vegas because I want to hit the road straight for Bryce. And, I also want to maybe, add an activity in Bryce. So right here for that day, what's available, because it does look at the day, is a commander tour for an hour to kind of explore Bryce. So I want to add that to the package, which it's now done. And you can see that here. And then for Moab, I'm not sure I want to stay in the Super 8. So maybe I'm going to try and change the hotel standard. Now, Moab, it's actually a difficult place for inventory, so we'll see what we have available. But I think that there might be some, look at this, there's actually cheaper options. All of them are 2 stars, but even some of the nicer properties are not that more expensive. So I've heard about this amazing experience called Under Canvas Moab, which I can get for only $45 more per day. And this is a tent accommodation in Moab, of which you can actually have kind of be out in the middle of the stars, in the middle of the desert. And it's really an amazing experience. And It's only $45 more per day, so I'm going to add that instead of staying at the Super 8.
And you had a select details if I didn't know anything about it, or you telling me, telling us.
But yes, this is why it's really important for the agents to engage with, and for us to be able to engage with the agents to let them know that these specialty accommodations, which we focus on quite a lot. ATI is focused on these types of accommodations, tents and cabins, and especially in the national park areas where we specialize. We're constantly messaging what's available and what's new and what experiences are kind of the coolest and the best to have. So Under Canvas is definitely one of those. And then it did tell me that there's an issue with the availability of the Excalibur on the day that I picked. So you know what? I also want to have a really, really nice end to my trip in Las Vegas, where I'm going to maybe go to the pool and be social distance if it's not too hot in October, which hopefully it won't be. It'll still be nice. And I have heard that the nicest, and you can see that it's adding basically a lot of the inventory that we offer in Las Vegas, which is one of our top destinations. So we have a lot there. But I have, and you can also search, by the way, if you want to just say, I only want to stay at a 5-star property. And in this case, I picked the, there we go. I think that I want to stay for only $95 more. I've heard that the Wynn is really beautiful. And so I'm going to stay there. And I am going to want to even splurge further and get a panoramic view room and have all of the resort credits. So I'm going to book this rate plan. And that's the package. It's all confirmed. You can add even more activities on a day-by-day basis. You can also add different, in between this, for example, the Mesa Verde and the Grand Canyon. I might want to go to Monument Valley. This doesn't include Monument Valley, so I'm actually going to add that. It gives me the number of days. I only want to stay there one day. So let's see if it's available, because Monument Valley, that's great. Goulding's is really an amazing property in the middle of Monument Valley with just incredible views. It's expensive, but it's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing. So then it asks me when I'm adding this, do you want to shift and prevent overlap? And yes is the answer, because you want to still stay in the Grand Canyon the following day and have your itinerary.
So it's going to shift the itinerary, recheck availability.
Recheck availability.
For any hotels affected.
Correct. And then it will confirm based on those dates. So
and I see on the map it's updated.
Exactly. So in this instance, it's updated to all of the dates that we've asked for. And this is the other nice thing. Working with the mapping, we can also kind of visually look at it through the map and change what we want to in this kind of format. So it's really been designed with the agent in mind, and also the customer. So the agents I think often will utilize our website with the customer. And, this isn't something that's completely new to ATI. I think it's important to note that we've been working with AAA, NCAA, the Canadian Automobile Association, for over 15 years. And so a lot of the know-how that we've developed is based on those relationships, is based on that long-standing partnership. And so that's what we're now trying to, given the current lay of the land and what the investment that we've made, we're wanting to expose what we've invested to the agent community at large across the U.S. because we believe that they really aren't kind of, as you started the conversation, taking charge of an opportunity to help their customers who can't go to Europe, who can't go on a cruise right now, to go and experience some of these amazing, destinations across the U.S. And they should be the ones that are helping them to do that, not just allowing them to do it through an OTA or through a Google search.
Well, and there's no way you could do this on any of those OTAs. They don't have these functionality.
They're not focused on that. That's not their. That's not their core. You know, their core focus is the price and to get a simple booking. Maybe to package it with an air portion or with a rental car. That's not what our core focus is, to create an itinerary or to use an inspired DriveAmerica itinerary that's already been built and customize it to be your own. So they're just different, and we think that there's a tremendous value to what we've created.
I'm just visualizing while you and I are on a Zoom meeting, just two of us. Let's say I'm the client.
Exactly.
The other people involved are traveling on this trip or decision making. Nowadays, there are so many family trip, extended family, friends. They can all get in on a Zoom meeting.
Exactly. And plan it.
And work with their travel agent. You were playing like you're the travel agent to help plan.
Exactly.
What's the average price cost for an average booking nowadays?
Yeah, it's similar probably to what we're seeing here. It probably ranges between $1,500 and $2,500, depending on, you know, the quality of accommodation, how many inclusions you've added, and just the number of days, obviously. So this is about a week long for just under $1,500. It's a pretty good value. And I think it's important to note that we are accessing, as we said before, the deepest discounted wholesale rates through directly contracting those properties or connectivity with the chain and with some of the boutique properties as well. That's why we're able to provide the best rates and great commissions to the agents that join because of that.
That the agent's clients booking by themselves on an OTA, which doesn't have the functionality like this, by the end of the day, they're not going to end up with a price equal to or higher than this.
Exactly.
Nick, ATI, American Tours International, has been in business for 40 years. It's been under the radar of North American travel agents. Tell us a bit about ATI. How many travelers has ATI handled? What are its credentials?
Well, we have, in 2019, we handled just about 500,000 passengers, primarily from overseas, international visitors coming from Germany, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, Japan. We, as I said, have been in the U.S. market for over 15 years through our partnership with AAA. And that's where we have really focused on the drive packaging. And that's where the kind of know-how has existed for a long time. But what we have done in these last few months is really develop some of the technology in order to branch out to agents beyond AAA and really offer something that they're not getting from anyone else. We are very much focused on the current situation, being an industry leader, working with the various states and federal government to be a strong voice for the trade. And we serve, our CEO serves on the board of Brand USA, which is the destination marketing organization for the United States, and serves really as a very strong advocate for the travel trade. And that's where ATI really sits in the travel ecosystem as a North America specialist that has traditionally focused on serving international customers, but that now, through the investments that we've made over the years, realize that we have something unique to offer domestic agents. And that's where we're focusing over these next few months to really expose our platform to domestic travel agents, advisors, professionals that want to really share the best of America, the natural wonders, national parks, interesting cities, vacation destinations, all of that we contract and are able to make easily bookable. So,
and ATI is a member of participates in the ASTA Tour Operator Protection Program.
That's right, and yes, that's right. We are a member of ASTA and provide that protection to our travel agent customers.
So how can a travel agent start? What do they have to do to start taking advantage of this and become?
Go to AmericanTours.com, AmericanTours.com, and sign up. It's a relatively straightforward, easy process where you will answer a few questions, provide a little bit of information about who you are as a travel professional, and then get login information, and you're able to hit the road. Start booking from there. We will reach out to you with, setting up potential webinars or webcasts where we can educate you on the system, on the products. So that's another facet of what we do. And I think it's really important is we work together with destinations to provide that kind of insight to our customers. And a lot of that's going to be available on our agent portal. But yeah, go to AmericanTours.com and become an agent today, and the rest is easy. So
the first partnership you've announced with Zion and Bryce National Park, for the Zion, Bryce, and Beyond Experience Program. What else is in the pipeline for destination?
Well, we have a few that we're working on right now. I can tell you that there's another region that we're looking at, and it's the American South, where I think that there is a tremendous diversity of experiences, particularly, food and music related experiences. So that's what I think what we're going to be focusing on next, whereas Zion and Bryce is more outdoors experiences, which are really important. Outdoors and nature, hiking, biking experiences, which of course in the era of COVID, I think everyone's looking for. But we are going to be doing several destination partnerships, and maybe some hotel partnerships, maybe some attraction partnerships. We're working together with all of our partners. We have to through a time like this. We have to be proactive and creative and innovative. And that's really what we are at our core. So.
And at the end of the day, as more states open, people feel more comfortable. The travel agents' clients feel more comfortable to go visit more of America, like for summer of 2021. I mean, there are already 140 curated itineraries in the system.
Exactly. Easily bookable or fully customizable. So that's where we think it's really both a kind of inspiration to tell your customers what you think you would recommend based on what we've done working with destinations to give you the best experience. Or you may already know and you create your own tour, and that's what you're selling to your customers. So it's really the flexibility of the platform that we're focusing on exposing to new customers.
Thank you so much, Nick Hentschel,
Thank
Chief
you so much,
Operating
Charlie.
Officer of ATI, American Tours International.